Hello students, how are you? I hope you will find at your home. Today I am Vijay Kumar Patel, EGD Chemistry, present here for the discussion for class 11. Actually this topic is for class 11 as well as for class 12. Okay, also. And also this topic is very important for competition exam purpose. So let's without wasting time, let's start this discussion. Today's topic is empirical formula and molecular formula. So students, what is empirical formula and what is molecular formula? So before starting their definition, let's have an example that is of acetic acid. Example is of acetic acid. You all know the formula of acetic acid. It is CH3COOH. This is the chemical formula of acetic acid. So now here see what is empirical formula and molecular formula. So that molecular formula, it shows the actual number of the atoms or actual number of the elements present in the compound. It means in this acetic acid, let's see the total number of carbon atoms. Okay, here what we are doing, we are going to calculate the total number of carbon atoms. These are 2. So it is C2. Total number of hydrogen atoms 3 and 1 4. C2H4. And total number of oxygen atoms 2. So this is the molecular formula. So this molecular formula, it shows the exact number of the elements or exact number of the atoms of different elements present in the compound. And what is empirical formula? So this empirical formula, this is the simplest ratio of the number of atoms of different elements present in the compound. It means for this, see what may be the simplest ratio. Here first ratio is 2 4 2. What may be the simplest ratio? The simple pattern, divide all these by a common number. That number is 2, that may be 2, 3, 4 and so on. So here if you divide all these numbers by 2, then you will get the ratio that is 1 2 1. 1 means this one is carbon, 1 hydrogen, 2 and oxygen, 1. This is the simplest ratio of the number of atoms of different elements present in this compound. So now it's clear. Molecular formula, this is the actual number of atoms. Empirical formula, this is the simplest ratio of the number of atoms. Then the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula. So in first relation is molecular formula. It can be same or different from empirical formula. For example, see the compound which is C calcium carbonate, CaCO3. Okay, what is the here see what will be the molecular formula? So see what is the number of calcium atoms? It's 1. Carbon atoms, it's 1. Oxygen atoms, it's 3. So the molecular formula is CaCO3. What about empirical formula? So if the number ratio, you see here number ratio is 1 1 3. So can you divide all these 3 numbers by a common number? No, we can't do that. So that's why the ratio will be same. So the molecular formula, it's again CaCO3 and empirical formula again CaCO3. So in this case, these two are same. But in this case, these two are different. So first relation, molecular formula, it may be same or different from empirical formula. Then second relation is, if you multiply this empirical formula, here see CH2O. If you multiply this empirical formula by a common number, okay, by an integer number that is n, then you can get the answer that is C2H4O2. It means this n, this is the actually relation. The relation is empirical formula into n, it is equal to molecular formula, wherein this n is a positive integer number. It may be, but it's not. It's a actually non-zero digit. Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. It may be. Okay. For in this case, what is the value of n? This value is 2. Because if you multiply all these atoms with 2, then you will find the answer, that is C2H4O2. So it means the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula is empirical formula multiplied a number. That number depends on their formulas. Okay, let's take another example. This example is of glucose. So what is the formula of glucose? You all know it very well. The formula is C6H12O6. So here this formula has the total number of elements, the total number of atoms of different elements, 6 carbon, 12 hydrogen, 6 oxygen. So this is the molecular formula. This is what? This is molecular formula. Molecular formula, this is C6H12O6. This one is equal to empirical formula into, and we are going to calculate the value of this n. So here, now since the number ratio in this case, this is 6, 12, 6. So we can divide all these three numbers by a common number, that is 6. If you divide all these three numbers, then it will be 1, 2, 1. This is the simplest ratio. So here the molecular formula, this one is that empirical formula is CH2O. Now, by which number we can multiply this empirical formula to get molecular formula? So see, it's a very simple thing. What we have taken common, this is 6. So here the value of n, this will be 6. Because if you multiply this, C6H12O6. So here this is the value of n. So that is integer number, positive number. Okay. So in this way we can make the relation between empirical formula and molecular formula. So after the discussion, see now empirical formula for more than one compounds. It may be same. Here you can see very clearly empirical formula of this acetic acid, it is CH2O. Empirical formula of this glucose, this one is also what? Empirical formula, it's the simplest ratio, 1 to 1. Okay, so empirical formula for compounds, it may be same. For different compounds, it may be same. Molecular formula, so if molecular formula is same for two compounds, then these two compounds will be isomers. And about isomers, we will talk in organic chemistry. Here the thing is, molecular formula for two compounds, for two different compounds, it cannot be same. Okay, if it is same, then these are isomers. But empirical formula, it may be same for different elements, for different compounds. Now see, next is the numerical related to empirical formula and molecular formula. Now see, there is a problem, that is numerical problem 1.2, which is given in your textbook. A compound contains 4.07% hydrogen, 24.27% carbon and 71.65% chlorine. Its molar mass is 98.96 gram. What are its empirical formula and molecular formula? In this question, we have to calculate the empirical formula and molecular formula. And the given things are, this compound is containing 4.07% hydrogen. So first, to solve this numerical, we will make a table like this. Here, first is serial number. Okay, first column is for serial number. This is not important. First is serial number. Second, symbol of element. So we have three elements. First element is carbon. Second element hydrogen, and third element is chlorine. So these three elements, second column, it's for percentage composition. So the percentage composition of hydrogen carbon. So carbon is 24.27%, hydrogen is 4.07%, and chlorine is 71.65%. It means Percent means what? Percent means out of 100. So if it is 4.07%, so if you take the mass of the compound equal to 100 gram, then mass of hydrogen is 4.07 gram, mass of carbon is 24.27 gram, and mass of chlorine is 71.65 gram. So here we will write the percentage composition. So this percentage composition, this is actually what? Now this is in gram, because out of 100 we are going to calculate. Atomic mass of carbon, it is 12. Atomic mass of hydrogen, it is 1, and atomic mass of chlorine, it is 35.5. After atomic mass, next is number of moles. So number of moles, it is equal to percentage divided by atomic mass. Here percentage composition, we have converted this percentage composition into grams. Supposing the compound, it is 100 gram. So if compound is 100 gram, so definitely 4.0% hydrogen means mass of hydrogen is 4.07. So here, since the number of moles is equal to mass upon atomic mass, so mass is equal to its percentage. So this will be now 24.27 divided by 12. This is equal to 2.02. Mass of hydrogen, it is 4.07 divided by 1. It is equal to 4.07. And mass of chlorine, it is 71.65 gram divided by atomic mass of chlorine, it is 35.5. This one is equal to 2.02. You can solve this. So after that, next is relative ratio. So in relative ratio, what will we do? We will write first all these three values. First value is 2.02, second is 4.07, third is 2.02. Okay, and after that, divide all these three numbers by the smallest number. Okay, means 1, 2, 3. Out of these three values, which one is the smallest? We will divide all these three numbers by that smallest value. So here we will divide. Okay, we will divide by this smallest value. That value is 2.02. This is again 2.02. This one is again 2.02. Now, if you solve this, you will find the answer, that is 1. This one is 2. This one is 1. Okay. So now we have simplest ratio. That simplest ratio is 1 to 1. This is the simplest ratio. After calculating simplest ratio, now we will calculate the empirical formula. So here see, empirical formula. How will we write now empirical formula? So when you do this table, empirical formula, it is first write the symbol of first element carbon and the simplest ratio of that. This one is 1, means only C. Number of hydrogen, it is 2. So we will write here H2, and number of chlorine is 1. This is the empirical formula. So up to here, now this one is empirical formula. That is your first answer. Now we will calculate molecular formula. To calculate molecular formula, we will follow some steps. These are, first, from empirical formula, we will calculate empirical formula mass, and that empirical formula mass is like molecular mass. So we will solve it like, first, number of carbon atoms 1 into mass of carbon 12 plus number of hydrogens 2, mass of hydrogen 1 plus number of chlorine 1, mass of chlorine 35.5. Okay, if you solve this, you will get the answer, that is 12 is 12 plus 2 plus 35.5, and if you solve this, you will find the answer, that is equal to 52729. This one is 49.5. This is the empirical formula mass. After calculating empirical formula mass, next step we will follow. That step is, here we will count the number of N. This N, it is equal to, this N is equal to molecular mass divided by empirical formula mass. Empirical formula mass. See next, molecular mass, it is given in question. Its molar mass is 98.6. This one is given 98.96 gram. So molecular mass, it is 98.96 divided by empirical formula mass. We have calculated 49.5. 49.5. So if you solve this, you will find the answer, that is equal to 2. So this is the value of n. After this value, now finally we'll use this value, that is n is equal to 2. This is what? This is n is equal to 2. We'll use this value. So here we know the relation between molecular formula and empirical formula. That relation is molecular formula, it is equal to empirical formula into n. Then molecular formula we have to calculate, empirical formula we have calculated, that is CH2Cl into value of n. So value of n we have calculated here, that is 2. So what will be the answer? The answer is C2H4Cl2. This is your answer. So in this way we will solve this numerical. Okay. So here students, see once again this topic, empirical formula and molecular formula. So the questions in the exam will be asked in 3 ways, 3 patterns. First, you have to calculate only empirical formula of the compound. So you can first you will solve this numerical by using this table, okay, and then calculate empirical formula. Second pattern, in question molecular mass is also given, and you have to calculate molecular formula as well as empirical formula. So in that case we will follow this step. Here molecular mass it is given, so we will use that value directly. Third pattern, this is for second pattern. First pattern is up to here, only empirical formula you have to calculate. Second pattern, you have to calculate molecular formula and molecular mass is given. And third pattern, in question, in place of this molecular mass, vapor density will be given. The term is what? Next term is vapor, VAPOUR, vapor density. It will be given in question in place of this molecular mass. So, and then you have to calculate the molecular formula and empirical formula. So what will we do? We will follow this step up to here. After this, before this step, we will do one more step. That step is what? That step is molecular mass, it is equal to vapor density into 2. Only this additional equation we will use. Means if vapor density is given, then we will calculate first molar mass, then we will follow this complete step. Okay, so the step is same. Only before this step, we will do one more equation. We will use one more equation, that is molecular mass, it is equal to vapor density into 2, and after calculating molecular mass, we will follow this step again. Okay, so these are the 3 patterns related to empirical formula and molecular formula. That's all for today's discussion. Okay, if you have any doubt, then you can ask me to my personal WhatsApp number, which is given in starting of this lecture. Thank you very much. If you like this video, like, subscribe and share. Thank you.